Copy. All right. If you're not in the MDT yourself, are you just watching? If you go to my system, I'm actually live if you want to follow along. So please let me know if I cut out because I don't get a notification as well. So when you first log on to the MDT, this is what you'll see. So if you need to get back to this page to have a look at everything, this is pretty much your like computer desktop, okay? So if you want to get back to that page, if you hit this little thing in the middle there, or up the top left here, what's that? Yeah, mate, I am. Thanks for interrupting. So if you click on this button here, or this button here, it brings you back to this main desktop here. Now, as you can see, I've already got folders populated on my desktop, which we'll add later. So up here on the top, this is your on duty and off duty. So instead, if you don't want to go through your F3, you can actually go on duty and off duty, or off duty there. So F3, on duty, back to the MDT. There it is, we're on duty now, so we can see that. This little icon here is any alerts that you get. So as you can see, these are now on duties, off duties, chat has been cleared. That automatically gets cleared after a certain amount of time. So it does cache it for about 5 minutes, I think, then gets deleted. If you don't like, if it gets down to about here, just click the clear button. It all goes away. Obviously, this is you up here. You can click on that, and this is all your details up here. So this is your citizen number, my birth date, rank, blah, blah, blah. So all the information you can get from yourself. These are all my cases, so I've got 6 cases in total. So forth, so forth. So everything I'm involved in, which could be from, say, you adding me as an officer in a case as well. So this is where you can apply as well. So we haven't done anything with this yet. So just say you want to apply for a new pilot's job or a certification. Click on the certification. Next, Air Support Division. What do we want to do? Or we can go to, here we go, K9, High Speed Pursuit, Field Training Officer, so forth, so forth. We'll do that. Type in what it is, then sends the application, and as the high authorities see it, they can then go into the PD info button. Bye. And as you can see, they can go into all the applications and see who's applied for what. If you don't want to be a police officer, you can actually resign through the same way as well. So resignation, if you want to resign from anything, you just click on new resignation and go through it that way as well. Everyone got any questions about how to apply for anything? Yep. So if you want to apply for something or promotion, don't just keep asking, put it in through here. Right, so the next part of the training is on this page here is your officer phone number in case someone wants to call you. How much time you've actually been on as a police officer, really important. And the off-duty time. So as I've gone on as a police officer and you click your off-duty button, this is how much time I've spent off-duty. So that's pretty much all about me. This little button up here as well, sorry, it'll be done in something else, disregard that. So what we're going to go do now, we'll go back to the main page. All this information here is readily available. You've got all your icons down the bottom, which we're going to go through in a sec. Obviously, this is today's date. Up here, this is the current police officers online. How many currently have selected the patrol button? So we should all be doing this. We'll show you how to do that in a second. How many cases there are. How many people are wanted at the moment. This one here is officers that are currently on patrol. This is where you can see where all the officers are. So if you get kidnapped, we can actually see where you're at. Say again? Cut out. So if you can click on patrol, I can see where Met 002 is live right now. And that can give me a marker. So if he gets kidnapped, we can actually see where he is. So to do that, to get on the system here, you can join his patrol, or if you're a sheriff or a Polito, or you just want to stand alone, you create a new patrol in the bottom. How many people are in the patrol? Unit name. Metro 11. Create a new patrol. And now we can see where other officers are. So if Metro 002, can you see me on the system? So then we can see state troopers have got 3 officers, so we can see where they are. So now I've got eyes on Metro, I've got eyes on State Trooper. So just think about it, if you get kidnapped, we can see where you are and come and protect you. So does anybody have any difficulties with that? Excellent. It's actually very good for us to keep an eye on you, not to watch what you're doing, but if you guys get kidnapped or anything like that. Correct, yes. If they're dumb enough not to take your tracker, we can come and see you. What do you mean the insert menu? Oh, you can do, but if they tell you not to do panic, hey, we can track you anyway because you've logged in to the patrol system. Now, don't forget, this is the patrol system, the MDT to the computer. So if they don't take the computer out of the car, then we can track you. So now they have to take away your body cam. They have to take away your personal panic button. Now they have to take away your MDT computer. So once again, I'll go back to the main page. I'll press my button down the bottom there. Dispatch. Sometimes it pisses me off up the top right. You go to find out what sort of car was stolen or something like that. It disappears. This is where you go to find out what it was. You click on dispatch. Sorry, correction. Yes, you do. Click on LSPD dispatch. It clicks to preview the latest dispatch calls. You click on that. What was it that come up? It was a stolen car. So we're going to click on Grand Theft Auto. Click on that. This is the last one was come up. There it is there. Don't worry about these. It doesn't work for some reason. That must be just a script problem. But now this will stay up until we get rid of it and we can see the license plate. So J7Z4 Whiskey Oscar. Now what this is good for as well, I'm not sure if people use it, we'll go into our radar. If you click on plate reader, I'll just use, that's my car there. So if you click on the plate reader, I'm going to put in my plate. So if you see a stolen car, you can monitor it. Now, you don't have to have all the digits in there. The more the better, and it's a perfect hit. So we'll set that bolo. So if I come around, I'm patrolling around. Yeah, Mum? Yeah. So well, you'll hear it as well. So as I'm driving around, I'll see this car. Hopefully. I did, yeah. 232 M232. I've got an extra 2 in there. Set bolo plate. I'll do that again. So as I'm coming around, it scans all the plates of every car. So it should go off. It didn't? No. So as it... Oh, because it's going to be already up. Hang on. Yeah, so I'll get you. Hang on. So I've got 2 PDs now. So as it's going to read it, hopefully it goes off. Yeah. That's what's supposed to happen. It comes up with a big like 232 M8 T6. We'll put the I in there. Now, did you hear that? So that's what's happened, and it says that's the car of interest. So obviously, yeah, no. So once again, if you get a stolen car alert and you miss it, go to LSPD dispatch, find out what the alert was for. So it was an auto theft. There it is there. Get your details, put that in your thing, and the alert goes off. Obviously, we just had a murder going on. So these are all the latest murders. It's a Grove Street, it's Davis, so 7 minutes away, or 7 miles away, sorry. So is everyone happy with how to do that? I'd highly recommend using that set bolo. It will freak you out when you hear that alarm and you know what's going on. Oh, is that where I know it? Right. Right. So that is the basis of just the front page. Now down the bottom here we've got officers. These are all the police officers. So if someone calls up, you say, who's the chief inspector? Or who's the inspector? You click on inspector, it'll give you the names of the inspectors. Who's the commissioner? So then you can go through and work out. Another thing, on duty. Who's currently on duty? We can see who's on duty at this particular time. Who's off duty? Who's online? And then you can go back to all officers. Now, as you can see, it's got a default picture as well. You can change that in your profile. Because I don't like having a hot chick. I love me, because I'm smart. Next button along are cases. So this should be your reporting system here. This is the guts of what the MDT is for. So just say, where are you, Cod? Okay. So if you come up to someone and ask for their license, so is this Rosie over here? So you ask for their license. If you could just show me your license, please, Rosie. Yes. Okay. Nah, it's all good. I'll use mine. Actually. Is anyone with a license around? Say again. Right, so just say this is Aussie. So we pull him over for speeding. Stay in your car, mum. Okay, so now I've got it up. So you do your normal routine. Do you know why I pulled you over? Blah, blah, blah. So you say, I'll just get a check on the system. So then I'll go back to my car. And this is where I can start filling out the paperwork already. So I'll just bring up the MBT. You're going to do it anyway to check him. So let's create a new case. Who is it? So his name is... Brian Lofty. So first thing we're going to do, create the case. Speeding. Brian Lofty speeding. Now it's already in the system, so you've already remembered his name. So if he runs on you, you know who he is. Let's go to the case details. You can actually see straight away if he's wanted. Where is it? No, okay. Oh, I haven't added the citizens. Sorry, I'll be looking over this side. So as we can see, this is the creation date. Involved citizens, involved officers, automatically puts me in there. Open case, no tags, so we can create a tag. We can modify this to speeding and all sorts of stuff, so we'll do that later. Case serial number, that's automatically profiled. If you want to add it to your desktop, you can. So it's just a shortcut. Who's the citizen? We know it's Brian Lofty. So, the beautiful thing about this MDT, we can go and Brian Lofty, we see his number 38. If you could bring it back, it goes straight back to where you were. We'll go add citizen, 38. We know it's Brian Lofty. Done. Okay, he was speeding 40 kilometres over the thing, so we go straight to add fine. We'll go speeding. Okay, we'll cut him some slack. Now, these punishments and fines are just the top. So we could give him 5 months in jail if we wanted to, but he's been very cooperative. We'll just give him the $600 fine. So we'll go add. And now, what we'll do, we'll get out of the car. We'll go back to him. Okay, sir, it's going to be an infringement, $600. Go through your F6 menu, do your billing. You're free to go. Thank you very much, sir. That's as much interaction as you need with the MDT at this stage. So he goes off. He's good to go. All you got to do is spend the next 5 minutes, or 2 minutes in this instant, going back to the MDT. You can even add his vehicle in there, but we won't worry about it. Don't worry about the evidence just yet. We've got the fine in there. It was me. Add a place if you like. We've got... I've started populating this, so I've already got Legion Car Park, so people can see that I pulled him over at Legion Car Park. And all we do, find, find and award for speeding, add that to the case, close the case. Are you sure you want to close this case? Yes, delete it. Now, that's not a delete, that's just a delete. So it's deleting it off the open cases, and now we can go to the closed cases, and there it is there. That's as much interaction as you need with the MDT to make a case for a minor traffic infringement. That took 30 seconds to do with me explaining it. Anyone got any questions on that? Yes, that is a little bit different, so we'll go through that in a second. So, that is the basic case. Yep, got... No, it updates it straight away. So, but at the moment, I've closed the case. I've fined him. He's on his way. That's all I need to do. Case closed. So, last night, or the night before, we had a mass shooting with Brian Lofty in the strip club. So, I got him in the car, found out his name, did the MDT case, took him to jail, fined him, sent him to jail, stuff like that. I did the same thing I just did there with the MDT. While I was there and while he was getting treated by the other officers, I actually went and took some evidence photos. So I then just screenshotted that evidence. And this is the strip club photo shootout. So these are all the photos I took. Now, all I did was screenshotted them, went to the evidence folder, if I could find it again. This is the strip club shootout. So I just took those photos, quickly uploaded them. All you got to do, right click, copy link. Now, to start with, you have to create new evidence. So, what we do down the bottom here, new evidence. It was murder. So, evidence name. I'll just give it the testing only so it's not real. I'll create that evidence. There it is there. Evidence details. So obviously it's populated all this. We can add a tag to robbery. We can add a murder. So whichever one best fits it. And if you can't find one, let us know. We can add it. That's easy. What we want to do, we want to add the evidence. Go add evidence. All we want to do is add the image. Now, unfortunately, the camera system doesn't work. So normally you take a photo, it would automatically populate it. For some reason, it's not doing it. So I've got the link already saved. I'll paste that address in. Go add image. There it is there. Add note. Just add a quick thing, photo of bullet holes in back. Add to the evidence. And that's as much as you need for that. So now we can go back to our case of strip club shooting, case details. We've already got the evidence in there. Because it's closed, you won't be able to do it. So you just go add the evidence into the file. And these are the evidence photos. Anyone got any questions about adding evidence? Okay. So that's officers, cases, and the evidence tabs. Everyone happy with those three? Everyone happy? Parlez-vous, Francois? I'm assuming everyone's happy then. Oh, so they're not watching. Oh. Okay, dispatch. Once again, that's the main page. So you can go there. This page does the same thing. Warrants. These are warrants, or licenses, as we should be calling them. So these are gun licenses, vehicle licenses, and place licenses, i.e. establishments. That's pretty much all that is. The fines page, if you don't want to add a case, which you should be doing, these are all the fines that we've populated into the system. So, speeding gives you the maximum amount to fine and the maximum amount of jail time. Now, obviously, it's up to the officer to vary on the side of how much he fines him, not exceeding the maximum fine. You can stack these, most definitely. So if he does two of the three, you can go, okay, it's 2,500 plus 1,000 is 3,500, plus 600 is 4,100. Okay, I'll just fine him $4,000 and no jail time. He's been very cooperative, gave us some information. So it's up to the officer, but not more than this amount of money. So once if we take the word out, it populates everything. However, high crimes, i.e. felonies, you click on that, you can actually see the prices start going up. Mid crimes, which are like violence but not murders, and low crimes like speeding, illegal U-turns, there you go, broken windshields, taillights, headlights. If you find that there's nothing there fitting the bill, let us know, we'll put it in there. Okay, next one along is the database, or people base, I like to call it, instead of a database. This is where you search for people. Now, unfortunately, you have to have the full name. So what was your name again? So Brian Lofty, wasn't it? This is where you can set them as wanted. So if we go Brian Lofty, sorry, I'll just take that off, and database, all citizens. Brian Lofty, here he is here. We can see he's a weaponsmith, he's alive, no wanted status, and not suspect in any case. If you pull someone over, that's what you should be doing, and straight away we can see he's not wanted. However, if we want to go in there, just say he is wanted, we can come over here, we can set this down here as wanted. So now we can see straight away if we bring up his license, he's wanted. And then we can actually put him in the case. We actually, if we had him on that case for the shootout, because we already processed him, he's not wanted anymore for that. Involved cases, one, which is speeding, which is the one we made up. So we can see that that's the case we just created on him. Go back to the database. There he is there. We'll mark him unwanted in because he was unwanted when we did this. I don't know. It wasn't populated. This is where you can add a new license for him. Now leave this up for your higher-ups or sergeants or whatever it is. You can create a new gun license, so forth, so forth, so forth. This is all his vehicles he's got. You scroll up and down. This is all the vehicles he's got registered. Any houses he's got registered. Any notes. So you could put in here, most likely armed and dangerous. So the officer can see straight away that, oh shit, I've got to get some backup. Any dead citizens? We don't have dead citizens. This tab over here, wanted citizens. You click on this when you come on duty. We can see straight away there's only one person wanted, which is key Z2 tapped. Now, unfortunately, no one's done a case file on him, so I don't know what he's wanted for. Suspected citizens, which means they're not wanted, but they're suspected of doing something. We can mark that as well. So we'll go back to all citizens. Brian Lofty. You can add as many notes as you like, or you can mark him as dead. Everyone happy with that?
Calls down the beach, you want to go and pop down there?
Okay. Next one is vehicles. Pretty much exactly the same as the database. However, it's for vehicles. So you come up here, these are all the vehicles people have. You can search by any vehicle, so i.e. license plate. What was the license plate? Hang on.
C001
SXQ.
and to the Spitchy Beach for the latest 2 calls.
I'm so ready for the weekend. I'm tired of selling dream houses to billionaires and celebrities. What's up?
Oh shit. So I'll go 232 M8 T6I. And now we can see this is the car that I've got over there. You can see who owns that car. Has it been towed? No. It's not tuned. Not wanted status. Expand it out. Gives you information about the car as well. So you can actually see what sort of mods has had done to it. You can add a new license. So if it hasn't been registered, you can add registered that way. Any footage of him doing stupid things. Once again, not working. Any officer's notes, so forth, so forth. Happy with that? Okay, places. This is businesses. Most people shouldn't worry about this except higher-ups, where we can input where people own stuff. So I've started populating this sort of stuff. That's creating a new place down there. Other, call it, so we'll call it a test, owned by, unfortunately that doesn't work. So what's your number, Aussie? 38. Didn't work for COD. Player is not online. Yep. So we'll skip that. And then you can just mark where the business is. And then you can actually put that in. If it's a common occurrence where crime happens, you can put that in. Next tab is a live map where all the officers are and all the crime. So as we can see, we'll just click on patrols. And that's down there. This is an interesting one, CCTV. We do have CCTVs in the system, especially on Grove Street, Polito, Airport, so forth. If we go watch, we can actually see live what's going on. Whether anything happens around there, I don't know. Obviously, ease next cam, backspace to exit, back to the system. PD info. This is where we can find out any information. So I've got an announcement in there. If you want to do a report, here's just a quick summary if you like. Blah, 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 blah. Officer table. So this is where we can assign, certifications to people. It hasn't saved for some reason. So we can actually see what certifications and ranks you are. Any meetings coming up? So this is where you look at meetings. Tag moderation. This is where the higher ups can do moderate the tag, so we can add a new tag. So if something keeps coming up, assault of an LEO, then we can just say instead of assault, we can say assault of LEO as well. We can put that in as a new tag. MDT permissions. This is where we can change who can do what. So say, for instance, sergeants, they can view the page. Cases, they can do all this. So they can delete cases, add notes, so forth. If we go down to cadets, they can't close any cases. They can add fines, add tags, view pages, add notes. Evidence, they can't delete evidence. They can't edit evidence. So they'll need permission from a higher up to do all that. Departments, unsure what this does because there's no button there to add departments. The good old-fashioned
You got anything for medical?
radio codes. If you're not sure what a radio code you're using, I'm not sure if we're using these yet, so just use that. Uniform codes. Once Rosie stops adding uniforms, we can put in. So if you go straight to the uniform shop, we can actually show what numbers are straight away to get it. Now the beauty about this is you can create a pop-up while you're in the shop, and then you can actually have a little system over to the right there and pick the numbers. Applications, once again, these are the applications that you put in for requesting promotions and or certifications, and any resignations that people are put in. Live chat, this is where you can chat. So this is from me in the chat right now. So instead of getting on the comms and chat, you can chat that way. Firefighters, I'm not sure that's correct, Aussie. You don't have that? Okay. And once again, your profile down the bottom, if you've got a photo saved, this is where you can edit it. So you can change your profile photo right down here. And once again, that's just a URL, or you could use your Discord avatar if you want. Now that, in a nutshell, is the basics of the MDT. Any questions? Beautiful. Well, seeing as though it's just you and me, Aussie, thank you very much for your attention. Sweet. Once again, any questions on it, I'm more than happy to take people through it. So it's a very, very good system. It's one of the best ones I think I've ever seen. I don't know what you're talking about, mate. Yeah. Okay, well, that's the MDT. Thank you very much. Correct, I'll create a link for it. And just to show you what it was, let's have a look. Stolen car one, stole car for front of MRPD. Done. That's all you need. However, if it's a more bigger thing, like the strip club shooting, suspect barricading himself into the strip club, officers entered and he started firing his weapon. Suspect was shot and wounded inside and provided medical aid. So it gives a who, what, where, when. We can see battery of an LEO, he was fined. Possession of a Class 1 firearm. There's the evidence, so the boss can look at it. Case serial number.
What do you want me to do with this POI for finish with Rosie?
So, yeah, it's really simple. Just who, what, when, where, why. Look, you saw how long it took me to populate a case file while showing people how to do it. It took 1 minute. That's all it takes, 1 minute. Now, what I'd suggest as well is if you pull someone under, they start shooting, put it in their citizen report, their user ID, or whatever it is. That way, next time someone pulls them over, says, oh shit, get back up because this guy is armed and dangerous. Usually carries a weapon. Like the blueberries, the bikies, the people, get back up. It could save someone's life. Yep. Yeah, definitely.